Welcome back to Between Bells. Fender has been a leading name in the music industry for decades, and today the company is launching its biggest campaign of the year for one of the most widely used guitar lines in the world, the American Professional 2 Series, an updated expansion of the second generation of its flagship electric guitars and basses. Joining us to discuss the exciting launches, Fender CEO Andy Mooney. Andy, great to have you with us today. Congrats on this launch. So explain to me what makes the American Professional Series so special.
Well, it's really the guitar that's designed principally for the working musician, someone who's on the road day in and day out and needs a guitar that's versatile, reliable, serviceable on the road. And that kind of really goes back to the ethos of the company, all the way back to the founder's vision, Leo Fender, when he started the company.
So for those who aren't guitar players, who might not be as familiar, for the working musician, what makes a design of a guitar suitable for that kind of working musician? What went into the design of these new models?
Well, we have direct relationships with as many as 3,000 artists, and about 60% of them use the American Professional. So we listen intently to the feedback that they give us and really evolve the platform about every 4 years. And we incorporate the features into the guitar that they give us direct feedback on. So this generation has rolled fingerboards, higher access to the upper frets for the soloists. It's got more versatile electronics, because one of the great things about guitar today is the diversity of uses, the diversity of players using guitar in so many different ways. It really cuts across genre, gender, and geography, and this is the most widely used platform in the industry.
Yeah, I mean, to that point, can you speak to the impact that the American Professional Guitar Series has had overall on the music world? What is the special place that this model holds?
Well, back in the days when we used to go to live concerts, and hopefully we will go again sometime soon, about 60% of the musicians that you see up on stage, your individual heroes, no matter what your genre is, they're likely to be playing an American Professional. So, a lot of the very iconic Grammy-winning music, music that fans love to hear, is actually played on that guitar, and has been really since the 1980s.
Andy, under your leadership, Fender launched Fender Play, which is basically the subscription online guitar classes system. What has been the growth? What has the growth of that subscription been like during the pandemic? Since I know a lot of my peers even have picked up playing the guitar for the first time, or tried to pick up hobbies like learning new instruments. Has there been new demands in light of people being home and looking for more things to do?
Yeah, absolutely. We started Fender Play just about 3 years ago, and had about 150,000 users on the platform before the lockdowns. Purely as a gesture of goodwill, we made Fender Play available for free to the first 100,000 people that signed up, thinking maybe we'll get 50, 60,000 people will sign up. We got 100,000 people in the first day. We got 500,000 in the first week, and we tapped out at 930,000 people in the platform, many of them, most of them, in fact, being new players picking up the guitar for the first time, or re-picking up the guitar. So our takeaway from that was, in times like this, people want to invest in their own well-being. And it's not surprising, I guess, in a way that, fitness products or craft products are really doing well. But guitar has flourished. I never thought in my wildest dreams in mid-March, when 90% of our dealers were closed worldwide, I'd be able to say today that this is going to be the best year in Fender's history.
Yeah, Andy, to that point, even though there was some struggle for physical retailers pre-pandemic and getting foot traffic into those stores, certainly even more of a challenge now during the pandemic, does this kind of force you to adjust your strategy in how you sell your products, how you sell your guitars, where I imagine people like to test it out, go into the store, strum on the strings, and really feel out the instrument for themselves. What is your distribution strategy in light of a slowdown in physical foot traffic?
Yeah, great question. I mean, most of our retailers today are in fact omni-channel, so a blend of physical and online. We estimated pre-pandemic that about half of our products were actually purchased online, although maybe consumers would experiment with them, try them in store, but they ended up buying them online. Post-pandemic, we believe that number is now 70%. So, our objective is to really give our dealers the tools to help them demonstrate the virtues of our product line online and to help them convert those consumers in store. Because although I think sales will rebound from the 70% number to a higher percentage in store, it's likely it will not go back to the original 50-50, and the trend towards online purchasing will continue.
And Andy, I do understand that under your leadership, you increased the social media marketing budget for Fender pretty significantly. Just anecdotally speaking, I see a ton of guitarists and musicians on my TikTok feed, for example, even more so than I might see on my Instagram and other social platforms. Are there any social platforms that you think will give you the best bang for your buck, the best ROI for Fender products?
Well, one of the things that we did when we started Fender Play is we created an invitation-only Facebook community. And a lot of times when people are in learning mode, the online environment can be pretty harsh. But with the Facebook community for Fender Play, it's amazingly positive. You've got tens of thousands of budding players now really encouraging each other through the challenges that they've got to master the instrument. So, we see investing more resources in our Facebook community in particular. But generally, we've really shifted our marketing dollars over the last 5 or 6 years towards going consumer direct and telling our story directly to the consumer.
All right, Andy, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it. That's Fender CEO Andy Mooney. Thanks again.